Hi everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Rouen, northwest of Paris on the River Seine. I'm here for 2 nights, which gives me 1 full day to explore this beautiful city. I'm taking you guys along with me as well. And we're going to do it in a very, very unusual way. No, I haven't checked in with my hotel yet. I'm about to do that. And assuming nothing goes pear-shaped, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Good morning everybody. We are in Rouen and I've been here before. I was here in the 1990s and I was here only for a couple of hours, and as a result I saw nothing of the city and I thought I really must come back. The reason why I was only here for a couple of hours is because of the Tour de France. I do love my professional cycling, and in those days I used to follow the Tour de France. I used to come over to France to see some of the stages, and remember I did a day trip to Rouen, saw the Tour de France stage and then promptly left again. So I decided one day I must come back and have a look at this city, and today is the day. And I'm actually just walking down to the Seine at the moment. I just want to have a quick look at the river. Not quite as picturesque as you'd expect it to be, especially compared with Paris, but we're here anyway. So my very special way of seeing Rouen is to go onto the Michelin Maps website. There is a kind of a menu where you can remove filters, for example, hotels, restaurants, that kind of thing, and it leaves nothing but tourist attractions. And I printed it off. This will give you an idea of what it looks like. It's covered in little camera icons. Now, I don't know what these things are, that's the thing, and I'm doing that deliberately because I want to be able to discover these things together. And it's like I know where I'm going, I just don't know why I'm going there. So together we're going to explore Rouen based on this map here. When we get to something really interesting, I can always look up on Google to find out what it is, but yeah, it's going to be 100% based on this bit of paper here. Well, first of all, this is a housing scheme. I didn't quite expect to end up in a housing scheme, but here we are. According to the map, there's an island in the middle of the Seine, and I thought, let's go and explore this island. It might be a lush garden of some sort. No, it's a housing estate. Although I do like that old Citroen there. Here I am passing the Ibis again, and to the first of the attractions according to the Michelin map. So the first thing on the map is a construction site. It's a pretty good construction site as well, but I think it's actually that building across there I should be looking at. It's almost impossible to see, but let's have a look anyway. Around to the right and then a sharp left. Aha! And there we are. From what I do remember from the 1990s visit for the Tour de France, I did see quite a few of these old buildings, and they are indeed lovely. How absolutely gorgeous. There is so much character with these. That's beautiful, isn't it? St. Maclou Catholic Church. I'm just standing here by the front of the church just for this quick shower to pass, and this is what I'm looking at. How absolutely gorgeous. Now that is one wonky building. Not quite the mannequin piss, but it looks as if it's older than the Belgian equivalent. I tried this Michelin tour idea once before. I think it was in Wiesbaden in Germany. I think it was there. And I got totally distracted by everything, because every time I saw a beautiful laneway, I went down it. Then I forgot where I was. I'd forgotten what I'd seen, what I hadn't seen. And I can see the same thing happening here as well. But I think we should head down that way. These buildings are all restored after the Second World War, but they still look beautiful. I'm always saying, to be a YouTuber like this, you need to have the patience of a saint, because I've been waiting ages for that big beer truck to move. Okay, they play a very important part in society because they were full of kegs of beer. But I wanted to get a shot of this beautiful building here. This is the Étré Saint-Maclou, and it is a restored 16th century ossuary for plague victims with macabre carvings plus fine art galleries. That sounds like a fun hour, doesn't it? Staying at the Ibis Styles, my room rate included breakfast, but I just went past a restaurant there and oh, it smelled good. I don't know what they're cooking, but wow. Hey, this is pretty impressive. Look at this. This is actually a really good way of exploring a place, because if I'd just seen this on, let's say, TripAdvisor's top 10 things to see and do, I might have actually walked past here. Ooh. Some places like to have a bit of modern art just to kind of jazz the place up a bit. But I don't know if that's actually appropriate for a place like this. I was just doing a shot of the skulls up here and I spotted something. What is that? A petrified cat? That was actually quite fascinating. Thank you, Michelin Maps. Well, I've just passed countless restaurants as well. I think if you go hungry in Rouen, you're not really trying. And these aren't that far away from the hotel tonight, so I think I'll be eating out tonight. Next on the Michelin map is St. Mark Market. And this is what it looks like when nothing's happening. At least I have a very large landmark and I know exactly where I am now. Right, next point of interest, up that way a few blocks, turn right. According to my friend Google, this is the Catholic Church of Saint Vivien of Rouen. But this is not why I'm here, according to Michelin Maps. What I'm looking for is apparently just down here a bit. I had no idea Rouen was so beautiful. And I think this is it. Of course, not all parts of Rouen are beautiful. You've got this. This is lovely. I've just stumbled across a local neighbourhood, but beautiful buildings and friendly cats. I must focus on what I'm doing here. I was heading into some local neighbourhood. Now I must stick to the Michelin tour. Yep, being distracted down a side street again. But I think this one's worth it. Don't be fooled into thinking the whole of Rouen is this beautiful, because it's not. Because right behind me, we've got that. But the things which are beautiful are absolutely outstanding. Another beautiful neighbourhood. They've got open air ponds. You couldn't have that in the UK, could you? Health and safety and all that. Right, I must get back onto the Michelin tour. According to my friend Google, this is St. Owen Abbey. Some serious restoration work going on there, and that's about all you can see behind that fence and the line of Domino's delivery motorbikes. It's closed until 2 PM, so I will not be going in there. Michelin's telling me to go up here for some reason, so let's do what we're told. Okay, it's not that fine statue of Napoleon, and it's not the town hall. So what is Michelin telling me to see? It's just up here somewhere. This appears to be what I've walked all the way up for. Not quite sure what it is because Google doesn't tell you what it is. Ah. Right, I might have to use Google Translate on that. Okie dokie, it's the restoration of a high school. A very old high school, but a high school all the same. And I think this is as close as I'm going to get to it. That might explain why Google Maps don't actually show you this. Because there's nothing to see behind all this scaffolding. That's the chapel that's connected to the high school, but that doesn't actually appear on Michelin maps. Yeah, and down here we've got a lot more of these older buildings. I'm going to fight the temptation and I'm just going to head back into the town centre now. It must be really tough being the editor of Michelin maps, here in Rouen anyway, because every second building is so picturesque. Which ones do you include, which ones do you leave out? These have been left out. Donjon de Rouen. I guess that must be it. Only the tower remains of this early 13th century castle where Joan of Arc was imprisoned. Ah. I was just thinking this is looking a bit familiar, but then again, Rouen railway station is just up there. And I walked along here yesterday. Okay, there is something on the Michelin map all by itself. I know, all by itself. Let's see if we can find this attraction. Okay, Michelin, do your stuff. It's down here somewhere. I wonder if I've taken a wrong turn somewhere. Oh, No, it's the right turn. Google Maps does actually show this, but fails to mention what it is. It's just shaded as a building. Any clues? What does this sign say? The Church of St. Patrice. If this was in any British city, this would be a major landmark. It's kind of forgotten about here in Rouen because there's so many beautiful buildings. Okay, Michelin says there are 4 things around this park, and the park itself isn't one of the attractions. Number 1 is about here somewhere. That is an impressive building, but I think it's probably the one next to it, which is the attraction. Okay, it's an old building housing the Museum of Ceramics. Next is just down here. The Michelin map points this out as number 2 by the park, and it is pretty impressive. Straight ahead is the 3rd thing. That is the Catholic Church of Saint Godard of Rouen. No shortage of fine churches in Rouen, is there? And there's another one. According to Google, this is the Museum Le Sec de Tournelay. It's a collection of pre-industrial wrought iron items on display in a 16th century church. And it's closed. It opens at 2 p.m. Everything seems to open at 2 p.m. here in Rouen. Next on the map, you don't really need a map to find it. All you really have to do is look up. Yeah, the Notre Dame Cathedral here in Rouen. It's probably the cherry on the cake. This is the kind of the courtyard. I have to watch what I'm doing here. They're playing a nice bit of R&B from a stage down here, but it could play havoc with YouTube copyright, so I have to keep talking. There's a lot more restoration work going on here, but I think we should go in. I must say, it's pretty darn impressive in there. I know nothing about architecture, but I don't know how you'd even start to plan something that intricate. I was thinking of catching one of those tourist trains just for a laugh, but I don't think I'll laugh today. I'll leave that for another city, another time. Okay, I'm starting to get distracted again. Okie dokie, we've hit the shopping street here. I can see one of the next things right in front of me. There's also something along the side of the street as well. I wonder which one it was. The thing about doing a Michelin tour like this is, like I said at the start, you don't know what you're looking for. You just hope something is going to jump out and grab you, and more often than not it does. Yeah, I'm having trouble finding one of the attractions, unless it's Claire's accessories. But there's no hiding the next one. And next on my Michelin map, the Normandy Parliament building. I was thinking, while I'm in Normandy, I need to try something, and that little place back there sells them. Wish me luck. Not only was I recharging the battery on my GoPro with this power bank, but I was recharging my own battery as well with the beer. And now I think we should finish this Michelin tour of Rouen. Okie dokie, according to Michelin maps, the next couple of things to see are down here somewhere. I was thinking this was a lovely square. It's so lovely actually, it's mentioned on the map here. This is the Place de Vieux Marche. I can't speak French, but that's one of the attractions. And the other one is the Catholic Church of Saint Joan of Arc, which is right behind you. This definitely has a kind of local neighbourhood feel about it. I'm not a great fan of modern architecture. You might have realised that having watched this channel for some time. But the French have this finesse of pushing the boundaries at that time what you can get away with. I mean, it is pretty impressive, but I'm not overly keen on modern churches. That's more my scene. Just in front of me there's the ruins of a building. I'm going to guess this was the original church, which was probably destroyed during the Second World War. However, the big attraction isn't necessarily this church. I've just read on Google, it's this cross here, because it marks a very significant point. We tend to hear about the burning of Joan of Arc at school, but this is the actual spot where it took place. I think most people know of Joan of Arc or have heard of her, but do you know the story behind her? Thanks to Google, she's a patron saint of France, honoured as a defender of the French nation for her role in the siege of Orléans and her insistence on the coronation of Charles VII of France during the 100 Years' War. Claiming to be acting under the divine guidance, she became a military leader who transcended gender roles and gained recognition as a saviour of France. 1412 to 1431. There you go. And there's just one final thing to see on this epic tour, this epic Michelin tour of Rouen. And it's down a side street, but I'm not sure which side street it is. I hope I'm going the right way. 4th Street on the left. I was thinking this is a kind of a weird place to have a tourist attraction. So I checked Google Maps again. No, it looks as if it's been glitching. It sent me in the totally wrong direction, about half a mile in the wrong direction. So I'm heading back. I'm going to do a left up here and I'll get back on track. Technology, honestly. Okay, that makes a good landmark. It's not actually what we're looking for, but I do a left here, then I do a right, and we should be almost on it. According to Google, I'm looking for Maison Natale di Pierre Corniel, and it's down here a bit. And this is it. So when I started this video, I mentioned that I had been here before, but it was for a stage of the Tour de France, and so nothing of the city. What a beautiful city, absolutely stunning. I've spent the entire day on my feet. I've definitely exceeded my miles for today, that's for sure. I'm glad you guys came along with me as well. I'll see you next time.